Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Dungeon Boys. My name is Keith, I'm your DM. I'm along with...
Josh playing Arlo.
Zenas playing Grim.
And Brice playing Jack. I almost said Jack playing Brice.
Jack playing Brice. That's the kind of role play I want.
There you go.
Last episode, these guys escaped the town of Fark with, well, they didn't really have to escape. They weren't being pursued until they ran off. But they escaped the town of Fark with their fat Druid buddy named Briar, who was Arlo's mentor. And they made it outside of town to try to determine what kind of plan that they wanted to do to try to solve the conflict between a group of gnolls and the town of Fark. There's a lot of unrest. There's a lot of animosity and murder between the two of them. And Briar will not rest until this conflict is secured. Also, to remind the party that you are told to stay in this town until you receive word from Corgus in Lonesome.
He's taking a sweet time about it.
It's only been like 2 days.
Sweet time, I tell you. Look at what we've done in 2 days.
Exactly. So just as a reminder, that is part of your... I mean, you can do whatever you want, again, but I just want to remind you that is one of the reasons that you are in town.
You can do whatever you want to, just not the other thing that takes you away from that thing.
No, I'm telling you, do whatever you want. I'm just trying to put everything on the table. And they decided that Jack Law was going to go try to break into the mayor's house. And these government officials got to get in their houses.
Oh yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
Got to.
Well, where else am I going to confront him?
Hey, Arlo.
I can't do it at the office. He'd have guards there.
Arlo and Grim are going to talk to the gnolls to see what's up with them.
I wonder if they have an office.
We'll see.
They probably don't have
My voice is given out at the end of this recording session, so bear with me if some of my voices falter. I got a menthol lozenge trying to numb that throat up a little bit. Also, if you really like our show, please leave us a review on iTunes, as well as maybe subscribe to the YouTube channel Tank Media Games. Follow us on Twitter at Tank Media Games. Because that would be really helpful to us. And share the show with your friends. I know we're not the best D&D show on iTunes or on this D&D podcast,
but we're a close second.
We hope we're not last. So without further ado, let's get into it, boys.
Oh, I'm already there.
Arlo or Grim, since you decided you want to talk to the gnolls, roll a d20 for me, and Brice, roll a d20 as well. Just tell me who's higher. Flat d20.
What'd you get?
14.
20.
Okay, so we'll be starting with Arlo and Grim. So you guys shook hands at the end of last episode, and you leave to go toward the gnolls.
Zenas, you need to keep some of them 20s for later.
Yeah, Zenas been rolling 20s like it ain't nobody's business.
Just saying.
On useless things,
Yeah.
too.
At the beginning of the episodes, too. And
Yeah.
everything after that's been...
You got a 20 on initiative, didn't you? One time?
No.
You rolled a 20 on something, but it was pointless.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are gone your separate ways. You guys are heading toward the gnolls through the woods. What do you guys want to do?
We want to head towards the gnolls.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Gotcha, that's all.
Yeah. Are we trying to be sneaky? Like, Grim, I think that we might need to approach this cautiously. I mean, you were down there trying to destroy half of their people last time.
Yes, that is true, yes.
You still got a little bit of right there on you.
I know one. I don't know how well this is going to go. I only spoke with Thrick for a brief moment, but it is possible that he would be friendly. I don't know. I cannot sneak. I am not stealthy at all. If you wish to use my boisterousness as a distraction, so be it. Of course, you can turn into a rat, can't you?
Can you describe this Thrick fella to me?
He looks like
Don't say no.
such and such
All right.
things.
I mean, he's
DM, can we work with that?
he's pretty hard. He'd be pretty hard to distinguish in a pack of gnolls.
Okay.
I should have cut a zero.
There wasn't a whole lot. Yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot special to him. It would be hard in a pack of 6 gnolls
Does he
to
have
pick him out.
shackle marks on his wrists?
He's got fur, so
He will have a few spots of fur on him that are no longer there because of the beating he took. He had some gashes and stuff that were healed up whenever Grim healed him,
Okay.
but the hair didn't grow back. So he'll have some scars.
Oh, Graham, thank you for that very descriptive description.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you. I have a spell I can use. It's called Animal Messenger. If I can identify what this person looks like, I can send a message that maybe they could meet us to talk with us.
That sounds like a good idea. We should use that one first, definitely.
All right, let's do it. So,
Cool. I like that.
I wanna summon up a friendly bird in the area. Are there
So
any?
you want a bird?
Are there any birds?
Bird comes shooting that way.
Come on, friend.
You did need me. Yeah, also Briar is staying behind at the camp, and Burb, our lovable, hopefully lovable, small Kinku companion, is staying behind with him.
Burb,
So,
the destroyer of worlds.
as you guys you're getting fairly close to the camp, and you call this bird in. So a bird lights on your hand.
Cool.
I guess is reading how that works for me.
Or a butterfly.
Cloud of butterflies. No, you want me to read out the description of the thing, or
Sure.
Okay. By means of the smell, you use an animal to deliver a message. Choose a tiny beast you can see within range. Squirrel. This one actually says a Blu-ray. I don't think we're going to use a Blu-ray.
Probably blue jay.
Yeah, probably so. Or bird. A specific location. You specify a location which you must have visited, and a recipient who matches the general description, such as man or woman dressed in uniform. So I basically described the description of this character.
I described the description.
Right.
I
Speak a message, 25 words. The target beast travels for the duration of the spell towards a specified location, covering 50 miles per 24 hours. I don't think we got to go that far.
Nope.
Our messenger arrives. It delivers your message to the creature that you describe, replicating the sound of your voice.
Wow.
The messenger speaks only to a creature matching the description you give. If the messenger doesn't reach its destination before the spell ends, message is lost, and the beast makes its way back to where you cast the spell.
So two humorous jokes from that. A, with the Blu-ray. I just picture you send the message, and then you hear from a distance all these gnolls saying, "Man, that video's HD!" And then secondly, how funny will it be whenever a blue jay arrives, and it opens its beak, and you hear, "Hey, come meet us in the woods."
No, it wouldn't say that because it speaks it to a being similar to what is described. Mm-hmm. But since all gnolls look alike, I just imagine the thing like getting there, looking around, and just hi,
Really loud. No, it should be able to figure it out.
But when it speaks with Arlo's voice, when it opens its mouth, it actually has like human teeth.
Okay. So
can I speak into the bird?
That's what I'm about to ask our kind and
I
generous
think
DM.
that's got to be you. You cast the spell. It's got to be you speaking.
Okay. All right, so 25 words. Figuring this out real quick.
Is it on?
Tell
Is
him.
it recording?
Hello. Check.
His name is Thrick. Tell
Okay.
him that Grim, his savior, calls
Anyway.
for him.
Period.
Stop.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Grim. Stop.
Frick.
Meet us in the woods. Stop. Okay, sorry.
Frick, this is a message from your rescuer,
Grim.
and his friends. Meet us. Where are we meeting?
How about
Away
go
from
north?
Yep. Go north, just outside the edge of
Your camp.
Camp.
camp. That's 25 words.
All right. Cool. So the bird nods and it flies off in the direction of the Knoll camp, and you have plenty of time to go and place yourself wherever it is you want to be.
All right.
This is how Grim runs now.
For everybody at home, you don't need to see exactly how Grim runs down.
He's naked running.
It's disturbing. There's lots of flailing.
It's the Polar Bear Club here in the studio tonight. It's kind of chilly, so we decided to double down and get frisky, get naked. You know.
Sit
You know how
real
it
close
is.
together.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that. That's silly. Okay.
Get off my lap.
All right. So this thing has been planned.
I get back home.
The situation is occurring. The bird has gone. I think as you guys make your way to the north end of the camp, we're going to go and visit with Jack Law just so we kind of keep time on.
Sounds good.
And we'll see what Jack Law is intending to do.
I've made it to town.
Okay, so you were outside of town. Your natural 20
I'm the bad
last time allowed you to get to town without being spotted. So you are now going, through town.
Okay. I don't know where the mayor's house is. No, wait. I lived here. I know exactly where the mayor's house is.
Yeah. This is Jack Law's hometown.
He was your neighbor.
This
All right.
also allowed you to sneak stealthily.
Sweet. So
So you are at the edge of town.
I can't do the old take off the mask trick because people still recognize me.
It's been a while since you've been here. A little while, I guess.
Like a couple years. At
You can
most.
make the decision whether were you a man about town after your wife passed away and everything, or
I don't know. I had a store here for several years.
that is
was a
true.
man.
You would be
I grew up
recognizable.
here.
Yeah, sorry, you'd be recognizable. That's my bad. I was trying to help you out. So yeah, that trick won't work.
So we stealthing it up, and I got a bony brethren with me.
Oh yeah, you have the bony skeleton, which you can command to do.
Bones.
Okay.
I will say that it is going to tank your not tank, but it's going to not help your stealth to have bones with you.
Hey man, he's stealthy.
How stealthy?
+2.
Okay.
Is there any torches on the front of the?
It is daylight because remember you guys slept the full night.
Yeah.
And it didn't take you till nightfall to get back here. It's still probably midday.
And we're meeting at nightfall, right?
Yeah, probably early. I mean, early,
Is there any
right before midday.
unlit torches that I can light?
Certainly. I mean, there's like street lamps and stuff like that. You could probably fashion a torch or grab one. So you grab a torch.
All right.
You walk up to one of the buildings nearby and you pull a torch out of a sconce.
Stealthily.
Stealth. Yeah, I'm gonna roll stealth to kind of hang around through this town and do what you need to do. Another
Okay.
stealth check for me. What?
I have luck as my
Okay.
lucky as my thing.
Cool.
So stealth 13.
Yeah, you'll be. People aren't noticing you too terribly much. Are you keeping Bones with you?
Well, that was the point of the thing. I was just going. I left him outside.
Okay.
I went to get a torch, get back out
Okay. Cool.
because
Then
I
you
got
did
to
that by
cross over a
yourself.
lot more town than. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So I give the lit torch to Bones, and I point him to the direction of the gallows, and tell him to light it.
All right. So he clacks or whatever, however he would respond. You want him to? He can't.
I don't want him to sprint there or anything. I want him to just, at a normal walking pace, just walk towards it. And
Okay.
I, meanwhile, am going to go towards the mayor's house.
Gotcha. It's a pretty good distance. I'm going to have to
He
roll.
has a
something.
movement speed of 30 feet.
Okay.
If
He's not
Bones
running.
could whistle.
It's not like running 30 feet.
I understand. I was making a roll for some stuff that may go on.
Okay.
Okay.
Casual strolling.
So he grabs a torch and kind
I'd
of
be
walks
so
through
upset.
town.
If Bones killed so many people in combat, just everyone that came against him, I'd be so upset if he managed to kill them all. Because he's so weak.
Right. Yeah.
I know.
He wouldn't.
I know. But it's possible.
I could send a stiff breeze his way.
Well, no, but
Wreck his day.
So yeah, he begins walking,
All right.
and people are noticing this. They're kind of watching him, but they're not really too concerned yet.
Would the mayor be at home at this time?
It's early. Yeah, he might be. He might have gone back to his home after you guys escaped to figure out what's going on. It's possible.
Then I'm headed there.
Okay.
Uh,
Would you mind rolling another stealth check?
with advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. People are checking out what's going on with Bones.
Good.
You need to do that.
I do need advantage. That one's a 17.
Yeah, that'll do. You are able to stealth over to the mayor's house.
Cool.
Where do you want to be, in front or behind?
Behind.
I'm not going to completely map out this mayor's house for you, and
That's fair enough.
We'll figure it out.
I'm headed for the mayor's home office or whatever.
Probably like a home study or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking for any documents he didn't keep in his meritorial office. I
Okay.
don't-
So you've never been to inside the mayor's house, have you?
No.
Okay, man. That was up to you, and you did the honorable thing.
I can't imagine why I would go
Yeah,
there.
you are the butcher. So you.
I'm sure I've been in his actual office, but not his home.
So you sneak up behind his house and kind of sneak up to the front to look out into the town square where Bones is. You can see him kind of cruising towards the town square very slowly. And in front of the thing, you can see the mayor talking to the sheriff, Argnon. And he says, Argnon, you should have been able to take out those miscreants. What were they even doing here? I spit all over the table. What were they even doing here? And Argnon says, Sir, they helped us with the fire, and they found the Druid, and they saved him from the hands of the gnolls. I don't care if they saved him from the hands of the gnolls. We don't care if he gets saved from the hands of the gnolls. I want the gnolls destroyed. And I want that Druid back, because the gnolls said they would leave us alone if they got the Druid back. And you're in charge of getting him back. I want to see that gnoll, or that Druid, that fat dwarf, back in my city before sundown, and before Blackfang returns and spills all our blood all over this town. Argnon says, yes, sir, absolutely. Anything for you. Yeah, sure. And he turns around and goes back to the jail to mount his whatever he's going to be doing. And sorry, I need to remember mayor. There we go. So the mayor turns around and goes back into his home and is saying, "You can't find good help these days. What am I going to do?" So he goes back into his house, shuts the door.
Okay. Where is he going in his house? Going to the kitchen, fix himself a drink.
You looking in the window, maybe?
Huh?
You want to peek up at the window, look into the house?
I thought I was inside.
I thought you were on the outside of the building. If you want to be inside, okay, yeah. We'll say you're inside. You made your way to the foyer, and you were looking out the front door.
That's what I was saying. I wanted to get to his home office,
Gotcha.
That room in his house.
Okay. So yeah, you were looking around in there, and you were in that room. So you saw. We'll say you snuck in through the back door, back through the kitchen, into the front hallway that you passed forward through, and on the right you did see a door cracked that looked like the place that there was a big desk in there, a big bookshelf. And plenty of things around.
All right. I'd like to search his desk, trying to find any documentation of what started all this kerfuffling with the gnolls.
Okay. With this sneaky going on, let's cut back to Arlo and Jack Law. Arlo and Grim. I know I'm doing some kind of quick cuts, but I want to give everybody try to give everybody equal time and figure out what exactly is going on. So, Grim and Arlo, what is it that you are doing?
We are on the north side of the camp.
Waiting on Frick.
Yeah. And since Grim did the talking to him, since this is the face he knows, Arlo's going to take a back burner on this one and let Grim do the conversating. So,
What are we here for, Arlo? What are our main talking points? Just to be clear.
we need to see if we can figure out what this cause of conflict is between these two people.
Frick said he doesn't know when I spoke to him last, but things may have changed. He may have had more info. May have discovered overheard.
He was supposed to be hanged earlier, so sometimes people can kind of have a change of perspective on things like this.
What you writing over there, Keith?
I'm writing some things, excuse me.
Best not be writing too much. So yeah, other than that, I think we ought to just see if we can find a way to talk to the person who might be in charge.
Sounds good.
With that, a blue jay arrives. Or you see a blue jay, kind of the same blue jay, fly past you, as if to say the message is delivered. And you hear walking tender-footedly, lightly through the forest, trying to be quiet. You hear a gnoll that arrives. He kind of walks up on you, and he timidly and quietly says, "Grim, you guys exchanged names, didn't you?"
Yeah.
"Grim, who is this gnome here?"
This is my companion, Arlo. He is of the same mind that this madness needs to stop.
I reach out to shake his hand.
He reaches out a giant, clawed knoll hand and wraps yours in it, and he says, "We will be cordial for now. I don't remember saying I wanted all this to stop. I'm happy to destroy the town along with Blackfang. I'm tired of this. We might as well kill them all."
Now, you wouldn't want to make an enemy of us, my friend.
"Why not? We are 40 strong. We gnolls."
And that's beside the point. I don't care. I am here to discuss a way to find peace because the children, I believe, were not killed by the gnolls.
They were not.
And the gnolls are not exactly innocent in this.
We have only taken what was taken from us.
Yes,
We have only
but did
exchanged eyes for eyes.
An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, my friend. Did you try to stop this at all from the beginning, or did you just say, "Oh, they've killed us for no reason, let's kill them as well"?
What are we to do, Grim? We are gnolls. They only see us as animals. We are more intelligent than animals, but they only see us as lesser kind. They do not treat us with any respect, but they treat us as beasts to be killed.
And why don't we change that?
How would you suggest such a thing?
For starters, maybe not slaughtering the town. That is definitely what a beast would do.
We will do as is done to us.
You're not making this easy.
How is it to be easy? We have lost children. I have lost family to these men and
They have lost family to you as well.
Maybe you're right.
Is there no way we can stop this?
They have to be convinced that we did not kill their children, and we didn't. I don't have any proof, but I know we didn't.
Have you overheard, or do you know where these children were supposedly killed?
They were killed in the forest, east of here. Closer to the great water, closer to the great bridge. Deep in the forest. But we don't even venture that far away.
Can you take us there?
Sure. I mean, sorry,
Jokes.
man. That was the DM calculating what is possible. I suppose I could, sure.
I heard in the back of my mind like one of those old microwaves with a little timer. It just went ding. Sure.
But before we go, I must tell Blackfang that you're trying to help us. I cannot leave without him knowing. I must tell him.
Okay.
I must tell him that you have chosen our side in this conflict.
No. We have chosen the middle ground. The side of peace.
To be fair, we're trying to stop conflict between
But
these
If
the two of y'all.
if the gnolls step out of line, I will confront them. If Ognon and the Farkians step out of line, I will confront them too.
You will explain your position to Blackfang. I will get him.
Very well.
Actually, come with me.
Okay.
Okay, so he says, "Come, follow me to camp. I will vouch for you when we enter, so that you are not immediately slaughtered."
I appreciate that, Frick. Because you would be the first to die.
That is big talk for someone who is not surrounded by 40 of my kind, all warriors. He begins to walk. You, small one, with me.
I want to kind of hang back a little bit, walk behind him as we're on the way. Can I sneakily cast a thing?
Roll a stealthy times.
Okay.
What are you trying to cast?
I was going to cast Conjure Animals.
Where they gonna be? And how you gonna keep them secret?
They are, what is it, a fae?
Yeah, let me know what's up.
Summon fae spirits to take the form of beasts. So they come in as like fae spirits and they're beasts, yeah. And appear in unoccupied spaces you can see within range. Choose one of the following options.
What's the range?
60 feet.
Okay.
Lasts for an hour, so I'll cast them like behind us.
Okay.
So,
What are they?
I was going to go with dire wolves.
Okay.
That seems to be the.
Do they have all the same stats as dire wolves?
They have the exact same stats.
Okay, so I need you to roll a stealth roll for your group of dire wolves
Okay.
to see how quiet. If you're intending them to be stealthy.
I was gonna cast them behind us just to like materialize them.
Okay. But you don't want them to be noticed by this guy.
Right.
Okay, so roll a stealthy boy.
14.
Passive perception, Zenas, is
10 plus
I think it's on here.
proficiency plus 10.
Yep,
Yes,
you good.
proficiency.
You stealth.
Good.
Yep, they're
Yeah, 10 plus
the
wisdom
dire
plus
wolves are not
proficiency.
noticed.
That's it. That's what
Isn't
it
it
is.
8
So
plus
you-
proficiency?
You with your it is, I think.
No, it's 10 plus wisdom plus proficiency.
Yeah, he doesn't got no wisdom or proficiency.
Okay.
So you kind of do your conjuring secretly, and then two. What color are they? What do they look like?
Just 2 big, giant dire wolves. Just
Okay.
regular color.
Are they?
So.
What color are they regularly? Like black?
I guess like just big,
Gray,
giant
black,
gray wolves.
white,
Okay,
brown,
cool.
reddish.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Two big old
Turquoise.
wolves appear behind you, and they sneak through the forest. Do they act on your behalf? Are they under your command?
That's why I was trying to like fall back a little bit because they'll follow a command that I give.
Okay.
So I was going to very quietly say, if we are attacked, come to our aid. But
Okay.
otherwise, stay unseen.
Gotcha. They will do it. They will do that thing. So you guys
And
enter.
then, I guess, head off through the forest.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. So you guys go into the camp. You Thrick pushes some pieces of brush aside, and you re-enter that camp surrounding the big tree that you were in before. They don't know who killed all the gnolls that were there. You can actually see some of them are still carting off the dead gnoll bodies that you know why they're dead, but they don't know it was you. They think it was some people from town, actually. They don't know who stole the druid back. And so you see all this going on, and you can see Thrick turns around to Grim and he says, Do you see how they treat us? This was undeserved. 8 of our men killed, or eight of our number killed, cut down even in our home. You think we should try to find peace with these animals?
What these 8 came? These are the ones we killed.
Why were they struck down in such a way?
I assume because they sought the fat dwarf.
Fat dwarf.
Yes, the fat druid that we seek.
What do you need to do with a dwarf?
We want the dwarf to awake. He is a druid. We want him to awaken this treant, one of the greatest of plant kind, and one of the strongest beings we've ever known. And we want him to make it do our bidding, so we can send it into Fark and have it destroy the whole town. He gets excited at that.
And a dwarf is going to do that for you?
Yes, a druid. He is in touch with the magics of the land. And as he's speaking this, there's a bunch of like gnolls kind of surrounding you a little bit, like coming in. They're looking at you kind of mean-like, and they're gnolly. And Thrick throughout saying, "No, they are with me. They are with me. They seek an audience with Blackfang." And Blackfang is over by the tree, kind of sitting, lounging about, eating a big old hunk of meat. And he stands up and he turns and he says, "An audience with me? What do you want?" He turns, and this great black gnoll with teeth that are dark and almost marbled with these dark streaks, and his deep black eyes with his wrinkled eye areas, his great snout and ears that are a little bit discolored. He stands up in his leather armor, holding his great giant axe, and he turns and he says, "You seek an audience with me. What do you want?"
Grim's hand starts twitching. I want to pet it.
Arlo just smacks his hand.
I am here to speak of peace
Peace. For who?
between you and the Fark.
How do you propose we do this peace? As you can see, all of my men are burying 8 of our number who have been struck down by the Farkians for no reason other than to save a fat dwarf that we had in our tent here.
There's an issue with that. I will explain in a moment. First, Thrick here tells me that they only see you as animals.
That's exactly. They only see us as animals. Yet we are nothing but typically peaceful folk. If people come and attack us, yes, certainly we will attack back, but we mostly keep to ourselves in the forest. We have enough problem fighting off beasts when we go on hunts. We don't have no reason to kill other humanoid creatures.
Then perhaps we can change their mind.
How do you propose this? It seems as though they're
You can
unchangeable.
start by not burning down the town.
They took what was ours, and they have killed many of our number. They deserve all that we give.
What was yours?
What?
What was yours?
My what?
What was yours that they took from you?
They took our druid.
Well,
The druid that we stole.
that is
That was a tender moment.
my what?
Oh, no.
I got the hiccups.
You see, Blackfang is his name?
Blackfang.
You see, Blackfang, the druid was not yours, but ours. Really specifically this one's. And I point to Arlo.
What do you mean? Small one, explain yourself. Before I have my men cut you down right here.
That fine, upstanding gentleman y'all had here as a captive was the man who raised me and my master.
So you speak of the Farkians taking your young, but you see no problem in taking this young's father.
I try to look as sad as possible.
Where is your honor,
Your tears
Blackfang?
mean nothing to me, small one.
How tall is he? Is he taller than
He's
me?
really tall. Yeah, he's like probably 3 or 4 feet taller than you.
Bordering on large.
Bordering on large, I guess. How do you propose this peace, then? It matters not what you think of my tactics. Like I'm sure Thurk has told you, we take an eye when an eye is taken from us.
Yes.
How do you
And
propose
I've
to
told
produce
him that's
peace?
stupid. I don't have,
Watch your tongue.
I don't have an exact answer, but talking is a good start.
Thrick speaks to Blackfang. This one says he wants to go to see where those children were killed that the Farkians have blamed us for, that have started this conflict. I'm willing to take them there if you would allow it.
This is a
Black-
DM to DM
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Blackfang says, I don't see any problem with it. But if they give you any trouble, how we will come to your aid. His accent is blending into just fantasy default.
It's the voice. It's the
Yeah.
voice.
I step forward and offer a hand up to Blackfang.
We will shake now, but if you cause us trouble, I will be shaking your corpse from my teeth.
You
That's
make a
visual.
fine skeleton, my friend.
He shakes your hand.
Such bone structure.
I'm gonna take it.
Thrick, take them quickly. I expect you back by the time we hunt this afternoon. Thrick says, yes, sir! And so, do you go with him?
Yep.
He says, come, this way! And you guys walk off out of the forest. Everybody's still interested? I don't want to bore anybody with all of our dialogue. Hopefully everybody's still here.
You know what? We just had 3 people answer in the future. They said, let's go.
Okay,
They like it.
cool. Yeah, that's
They
true.
really love it.
It is in the future. Oh, golly. All right, so we're back to Jack Law.
I don't know how they did that, but they did.
Yeah, we're back to Jack Law. You are rifling through his desk. Roll some a dexterity, something to search. What's searching? Insight. Investigation. That's what I want you to roll.
Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
desk?
22.
Oh, well, you very quickly and immediately rifling through this desk. And, and you search very quickly, but in one of the bottom drawers, and this is kind of while this conversation is going on outside, in one of the bottom drawers you can see a piece of parchment that catches your eye because it's the letterhead from Ronald Witherbranch. You see the big R Witherbranch inscribed on the bottom with his embossed letterhead. And you pull it out and you read it. And it's a letter that says, Mayor Tulor, I'll read it in his voice. Mayor Tulor, it was such a pleasure to have you visiting my estate here in Lonesome several weeks ago. I enjoyed our time together, and I hope that you will enjoy that whiskey that I sent back with you. We have a good time. Also, as well, some basilisk meat. Be sure to cook it well done. If you don't, some of that stone-turning poison will get into it. And if you get any of that ingested, it will turn your stomach to stone. Be very careful when you have your house chef prepare this meal. as well referring to your concerns of the dead children in your woods. It is my apologies. We were out on a hunt. We riled up a particularly, rowdy owl bear. He would have been rather peaceful had we not been there trying to kill him. But before we were able to capture him, there were 3 children in the woods that he had, in his anger at having our huntsman take him out, try to kill him. In his anger, he did kill 3 children and mauled them quite handily. I would pray that you would not blame any of us here at Lonesome. I pray that you would use discretion and find another scapegoat for such a heinous crime. My friendship to yours, Ronald Witherbridge.
Cool.
The villain is revealed.
So he just doesn't. Go ahead.
That owlbear that I was so adamant in saving in the beginning, I must find him.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, because he's.
A co-conspirator.
Yeah, he's in on it. The owlbear.
So you were talking about the basilisk meat and how it must be prepared, and then you went off to talk about the children. Oh, speaking of the 3 children, immediately my mind thought you were going to say they were delicious.
No. He doesn't eat kids.
Is there a date on this?
Hey, we didn't know.
Yeah, it's dated several months ago,
Several months during it.
which is the same description I gave you for when the conflict started.
Already.
Yeah, I said several
Fair
months
enough.
ago.
I was like, ooh, I wonder if there's some basilisk meat I can get some stone venom poison from.
No, sorry.
Okay, so he just wants someone to take the fall for the fact that his hunting party caused the death of several children.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, he did.
So
anyway.
that is right?
That is yes,
Okay.
that is the that's what I'm trying to get across.
Okay. So
Also, any of the ums and weird changes in what he was trying to say is not on the letter. Whatever the best version of what I said, that's what was written on the paper.
all right. I want to talk to the mayor.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to talk to him while you're in his office?
Just go and get bones.
Because he's walking.
Call
up
the mayor
stairs.
into his office for me.
Also, you're not calling off Bones yet.
No.
Okay. So as the mayor is walking into his office or walking into his house, you're staying in his office. We'll say Bones isn't for the sake of the conversation we're about to have, I guess. Unless you'd rather would you like the gallows lit by now or not?
No. Actually, yeah. The mayor doesn't care about the gnolls, right? He doesn't care either way. He's just trying to cover for Ronald. Ronald.
I think you have all the information that I could have given you in that letter.
Okay. So yeah.
You will have to make some assumptions on your own.
All right.
I only want to reveal what I gave you in the letter.
Fair enough. Then yeah, I want to confront the mayor.
Okay. So do you want so you're not? We can't stop Bones.
Yeah, I don't have the telepathic connection. I have to actually talk to him.
You're right. Okay. One more thing.
So it's up to you to decide if he makes it to the thing.
Yep, it's up to the townspeople to decide. And Bones is going. He makes it all the way to the gallows, and he begins to stand at the bottom of it. And it's all fresh, like lumber and stuff, so it's not super dry.
How did he make it this far?
I rolled twice to try to get him there.
Hey, he walks really good.
Yeah, and so he bends down and puts his torch to the gallows, and we'll see if he actually gets it lit here in another roll.
Right.
So the mayor walks into his house, grumbling to himself. He opens the front door, and are you sitting at his desk?
Yeah.
From where you're sitting, you can see out of the door to his office. You see the front door open. The doorknob comes towards you, while you're looking at that doorway, and then he walks into the room, or walks into your line of vision, but he's not looking at you.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to go up behind him. I'm not going to get him, nor am I going to attack him in any way. I just want to jump straight into the conversation.
Okay.
Why do you want the gnolls dead?
What are you? Who are you? Who let you into my home?
I did.
That is absolutely unorthodox. You should not be in here. Aren't you one of those miscreants who are escaping on that wagon?
Indeed. Why do you want the gnolls dead?
What are you talking about?
I found this letter. I showed it to him.
Oh. You found my letter. I knew I should have burned that, but silly me, government official. Hard for me to get rid of any paperwork.
I put it in my back pocket.
Give me that letter.
No. Either way, Ronald Witherbranch is dead.
I've heard.
There's no reason to keep up this farce to cover for him. He's gone.
But
killing off a whole tribe of gnolls is going to accomplish nothing.
What is your name, sir?
I am Jack. Jack Law.
Jack. Hopefully you can see what kind of pickle I'm in. Because I have been covering up this foolish decision by Ronald Witherbranch for the sake of trying to get into his good graces, and he's now dead. But I've already made my mistake. So, I have two options. One, I can either reveal to the town that it is my fault that their children have been dying and their men have been being killed in the woods by gnolls, or I can keep up this facade and somehow find a way to exterminate all these gnolls and save my own hide. Which would you do?
I am no stranger to necessary evils. Perhaps you should acknowledge your mistake, but not in a way that makes you the enemy. Perhaps tell them the truth, that it was an owlbear attack, and you've only recently come into this knowledge. From hunters that have been keeping quiet all this time. I don't know.
What proof will I be able to show them?
What proof did you have before?
The letter that's in your back pocket. That's the proof. But it has a date on it from several months ago.
No, I mean, what proof did you have that gnolls did it?
I had none.
Okay, then obviously you can sway this town however you please.
The townspeople were quick to believe because, let's face it, gnolls aren't exactly, the High Council, if you understand. Gnolls are, gnolls. They're not intelligent. They're just animals that walk upright.
Gnolls are as intelligent as you and I, but even with that logic, owlbears are exactly as you describe.
Very well. I suppose Argnon does already know this information.
You don't have to reveal that it was Ronald Witherbranch's hunting party that caused this stir. The children could have run across the owlbear while playing in the yard.
After all this bloodshed, I feel that the people will want some sort of proof. It's a good plan, but I don't know if I can come clean until I know that they won't kill me in the town square on the gallows that we've already built.
I look out the window.
Well,
These town people do not see him.
Nope, you're good.
I can kind of imagine there was a couple houses burned down. Maybe
Yeah.
they're preoccupied with
Sure.
cleaning things up.
Yeah, so Bones has already walked through and he has set the gallows ablaze. So at that very moment,
He's
you're
just
able to
standing in the
turn.
middle of it, lighting more.
You're able to turn
Channeling his
around
inner
and
Adrian.
see the giant gallows set ablaze.
Now that he's finished, can he just start walking back to where he started?
Sure, absolutely.
Where I gave the order from?
Yep, he's walking backwards and nobody has seen
Alright.
this.
yeah.
This
If no orders are given, it will defend itself.
okay.
So fire bad.
So yeah, he just turns around and begins walking. He drops the torch so he doesn't look like he's incriminated himself, I guess, and he just walks back. And so there's a burning gallows behind you out the window.
If you were worried about hanging, that won't be a problem anymore.
What's going on out there? What's happened?
Don't worry about it.
Jack Law, you seem to have an answer for everything.
Yep, hence the ums and.
In the fantasy
Ooh,
world,
and the
we don't
odds.
hear those.
I see. God, I'm trying to think. What proof do you want?
I don't know.
There can be no proof of these attacks. There's no proof that the gnolls did it. There's no proof that the owlbear did it.
Would you be willing to corroborate my story when I tell the folks? I know you don't know anything, but maybe an
Were
outsider.
the children ever found?
Yes, they were found. Their bodies were found. Slashed through.
That should be proof enough.
Gnolls also have claws. It was part of the way that I was able to blame it on the gnolls, Jack.
Dang it, man! The bite radius.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
They weren't bitten. I'm telling you, the storm was perfect for me to blame it on the gnolls.
This was no tiger shark.
The hog storm.
I don't know what to do at this point.
That's why I'm asking you. would you be willing to get up with me and as an outsider, as an expert, an adventurer who's seen the world, would you be willing to corroborate my story?
Absolutely.
His throat.
Very well.
Feed him to the wolves.
We will try. If you help me lie to the townspeople and save my hide, there will be a reward in it for you.
If Grim
Okay.
finds out, that man's gonna be so.
We have until nightfall to resolve this conflict you've started. I need to get back to my friends.
Very well.
You can be.
If you do not return to corroborate my story in front of the town, I will send everything I have after you and your friends, and you will pay the price that I will also have to pay.
Okay, fair enough.
Goodbye, Jack. I am ashamed that you found my secret, and I'm also very upset that I did not hide it better. I hope that I will not soon be dead because of my foolishness.
What was his name?
Stefan Tulor. Oh, also, excuse me, Stefan Tulor. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Yes, I've heard of you. My name is Jack Law, as I've mentioned already.
Also, did you clean my office?
All right. So you leave, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Let's go back to Grim.
I'm sprinting towards, not towards like where our meetup point is, but towards the Knoll camp.
Okay. You probably aren't going to be able to meet up in time with them till like at the same point. But if you want to go that way, you're perfectly welcome to.
Okay, so
What's your intent? Is your intent to find them or get to the Knoll camp?
I want to show them the letter that I found so that they know what it is. So
okay.
we can.
Well, let's just say you run kind of in the middle, just to see them somewhere.
Okay.
And I guess roll maybe a perception check as you get through the woods. To
No.
yeah, sure. We'll see if we can. I like
20.
Okay, yeah. So you sprint into the woods and you listen for the sound of a real southern accent talking to somebody, and so you do hear the sound of a Knoll talking to voices that you hear to be Grim and Jack, or Grim and Arlo.
With the nat 20, I could just see him like step out from a tree in front of us.
I'm back.
So you come sprinting in, and you come kind of T-boning them as they walk towards where these kids have been killed.
Oh, I know where. I assume I know where the kids were killed because the letter mentioned it, did it not?
Sure, yeah.
So I can run
say that.
straight back there.
Yeah, so you all meet up at the place where the kids were killed.
Nice.
Cool.
Let's have a picnic.
That's where the cool kids hang.
All right, so Arlo and Thrick and Grim are together, and they are standing around these couple of trees that are just have giant pieces of bark slashed through, and you can tell they're kind of the trees are healing up a little, or however trees do. But there's this area that the trees are very disturbed and scratched through, and the three of you hear and see Jack sprinting up towards you.
Hello, Jack.
Jack, what are you doing here? I thought we were meeting later.
I found the letter. I know what happened to the children.
What? What happened?
By all means.
Yes, what happened to
I
them?
take out the letter and I hand it to. You can't read Grim.
Me. I read it.
It was Ronald with a branch. He was out here hunting with his men. They stirred an angry owl bear. It killed four children?
3 children.
3 children.
So they were just wandering through the forest at that point.
Yes.
I walk over and I punch a tree angrily.
The tree slaps you back.
Thrick says, "Who is Ronald with a branch?"
He is a fat man that I killed.
Do we have to go kill him again?
No.
I would like
Unfortunately.
to. Is he already dead?
Yeah, I killed him, yes.
This is his. He is responsible for all of this conflict.
Yes.
Is Bones with me?
Yeah. No, he's not. Yeah, he didn't follow you. Did you go get him?
I assume so. I passed
Okay,
him on the
then
way out, I
fine.
hope.
Yeah, you got him. I was hoping you didn't. Just
What?
kidding. No, I was hoping that somebody besides me would forget something. So Thrick is very concerned. He says, "We must inform Blackfang. This will give us good information for the conflict with the Farkians."
No.
What do you mean, no? He must know. He must know that we are vindicated.
He must know, yes, but he must not fight the Farkians. It is not their fault that the children are dead. It is not their... Well, it is their fault, technically, I guess. But, that's...
No, it was Ronald's fault.
Yeah, it's Ronald's fault, I know.
I propose that you meet with the mayor. He's going to be speaking to the town on your behalf. I will be there to confirm his statements. If you came bearing no weapons, you would certainly put in a good amount of positive reinforcement towards your claims.
It would have to be Blackfang. He will not send any of us on his behalf. It will have to be the big man himself to come.
Fair enough.
We must see if we can convince him. Because I too wish to end this bloodshed. But I don't know if his desire for bloodshed can be reversed.
Now you desire to end the bloodshed?
I have been convinced. I have lost too much. Blackfang will be harder to convince.
Well, then let's go. Let us speak with this Blackfang, this large fellow.
You've already met him.
I know.
Arlo, how are you handling? You have any conversation with these folks?
Arlo is just kind of taken back by the whole thing.
Okay.
And at the same point, he's kind of like the gears are starting to turn for Arlo. He's putting it all together like, oh, this Ronald guy, like, you know, we killed him in the last town unintentionally, but maybe things have worked out for the best. Maybe he had this coming. So.
Grim,
Yes.
I appreciate the use of your animated skeleton.
No problem. Was he useful?
Maybe. Kinda.
Well,
I don't think it really helped me in any way.
You did kind of succeed without him, I guess.
Yeah.
He is an arsonist now.
That's true.
skill acquired.
I think he should remain outside the city if we're all going to be a spectacle of good-natured
Not
dealings with
animating your
gnolls.
cousin-ish.
Maybe
I
not have an
agree,
animated
yes.
gnoll skeleton. So if you could dismiss him or hide him in the forest,
I will
think that
leave
would be
him
best.
with Briar.
Fair enough.
I forgot his name. And so I mentally command the bones to...
Okay. Okay, so you guys want to
they
return to
that
talk
way.
to Blackfang?
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed.
So you guys make it back to camp, I guess, unless you guys want to do anything on the way. You make it back to Blackfang's camp.
Cool.
It takes a little while, kind of a long journey. Not a long journey, but it's a good walk through the forest with Thrick. You guys are bonding with Thrick a little bit. Thrick doesn't hate you so much, and he's pleased that you're trying to help him. So you guys return to the camp, and you come walking in, and Blackfang stands up and he says, "You have returned! Who is this other one with the mask dressed in black? Show yourself!"
He's a friend of ours. His name is Jack.
I tip my hat up so you can see my face a little bit, but I'm not going to take off the mask.
Know that if you cause trouble, we will split you open on this ground.
I've actually come here to help. And can he read?
No.
Just a leader, maybe.
Yeah, good try. He doesn't read much.
Oh. I found a letter in the office of the mayor of Fark.
Too low.
Indeed. He was covering for a much more powerful man. He is the reason everyone thinks the gnolls have killed children.
What has he done? This too low.
He has covered up a accidental child slaughter.
So it wasn't any of my gnolls.
No.
I had a fear that I had been lied to. Truly, we have been vindicated. All we have done is justified before our God.
Who is your god?
That is beside the point.
Thank you for now.
We would like you to make peace with the mayor.
Make peace.
Indeed.
What makes you expect that he will want to make peace after all the blood that has been shed?
I've already spoken to him. He is fully prepared to drop everything to do with this conflict and make peace with the gnolls.
Very well. I will require one thing in return.
Yes?
They must give us the Druid. We don't intend to harm him,
We cannot do that.
but we want him. I don't want to keep him, but as a show of good faith, they must at least release him into our custody for the evening.
They do not have the Druid.
Who does?
We do. We will.
Arlo kind of steps forward, just real defensively.
We will speak to Briar.
Wait, Blackfang knows. We told him.
Oh, you told him that you had him?
Well, we told him that he was that guy's father and that we...
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Blackfang knows.
Either way, no matter who has him, I am concerned with this treant, and I still have plans for it. As a show of good faith, I would ask that all of you, representative of this civilization, this civilized world that you all like to live in, you may come with him, but I want him to come back with us as a show of good faith to our community.
What do you need this druid for? This treant?
The treant will be helpful to us. Also, I have known that the world of you civilized people have tendency to change their mind, and I know that you also will do anything that you can to save your own hides. So maybe as a bit of an insurance policy, if nothing else, if we have something to protect us if this conflict ever rises again.
The man
Arlo?
can't read, but he knows of insurance.
Arlo,
That's how insurance works.
would you like for Briar to be there at the public council between Blackfang, the mayor, and ourselves?
Briar makes his own decisions, but I think he's been through enough. If anybody's coming back here, I'll come back here.
I can already tell by your size, young one, you are not strong enough to do what he can do. I assure you that if everyone holds up their end of the bargain, no harm will come to the fat dwarf. But he is what we desire, and as a show of good faith, without him, there will be no peace.
That's up to him.
Very well.
He's a neutral party in all this, and he's tried to help both sides.
That is why I ask Arlo. If he is there at the peace council, then he will be in front of everyone. No harm will come to him. Blackfang, you will have to come alone, though.
I will come alone, but I will bring my axe.
Very well. You will keep it sheathed at all times.
You also must ensure that I have a way of escape. I do not want to be surrounded.
I give you my word, if the Farkians attack, I will defend you.
As will I.
As will I.
Very well. Like I say, if all hold up their ends of this bargain, we and honorable people will hold up ours as well.
That is fair. We cannot account for what Briar will desire, but if truly you only seek to better yourselves and not harm others around you, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to help you.
Very well. I will see you at nightfall in the town of Fark. And
Excellent.
know that there are gnolls 40 strong, ready to avenge me if anything should happen in your civilized world.
Everything will be just fine.
Beach King, baby.
Alright, that's going to have to be where we stop this episode of Dungeon Boys. Thank you so much for listening. I've really enjoyed myself. I hope everyone else has. Thank you for being here. Please be sure to like this video if you're watching it. Please be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if that's where you are. Please be sure to subscribe to iTunes if that's where you are. Please be sure to leave us a review on iTunes if that's where you are. Please be sure to like this track on SoundCloud if that's where you are. If you're on Twitter, be sure you're probably not. But if you want to go to Twitter right now, follow at Tank Media Games. And if you'd like to talk to me in any way, or in any of us, please be sure to tweet us at Tank Media Games. You could DM us or email us tankmediagames@gmail.com. Without further ado, boys, you got anything else?
Yeah, to those 3 people who commented in the future, thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yep.
If 3 people say go ahead on the video,
Yep.
I'll be mad.
Yeah. Man. Thank you, everyone. We really appreciate you. Thank you for watching and listening to our show. And we will be back next week with more Dungeon Boys. And remember, we love you very much.
Brr.
Toodles.
Good night.